This is the Nissan GTR, you probably know, but it's almost every car enthusiast's dream car. Today, I'm gonna review it. This car has a 3.8-liter V6 twin turbocharged engine which makes a whopping 545 horsepower and 481 pound-feet of torque. It also has a 6-speed automatic transmission with manual mode, and this car does 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds. One cool thing though, you get this hand-built engine by different engineers in Nissan, which takes us back to a very important fact. The horsepower each GTR is getting is a bit different, but it's only a few horsepower give or take. Interesting thing about this car, it's not full of air vents like all the other high-end supercars. You don't see all the holes you get here and the holes in the fenders and stuff like that. And this car, when it came out, it was just destroying every other car that was made by Ferrari, Lamborghini and all that stuff. Now looking at the grille over here, you have lots of holes for improved airflow. However, you see this, there's nothing that comes out of there, so it's not functional. It's not for airflow, I think it's just there for looks. It looks nice, but it's not functional. You also get adaptive swiveling LED headlights. Here's the very cool thing, you get 20-inch alloy wheels, but you get brake pistons from Brembo. You also get these functional air vents on the fenders, and what they do is they take heat out of the hard-working engine, and you get your nice little GTR emblem on the side as well. Coming around the back here, you get this massive spoiler, which is by the way functional. It provides a lot of downforce, and you need it when you're doing 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds. And you get these massive dual exhaust tips. I've never seen anything this big in my life, but it does complement the look of the car. You know, big exhaust tips, big tail lights, big spoiler. So it all kind of goes together, and it does blend in. I don't think it would work on any other car, but here we are with the massive exhaust tips on the Nissan GTR. You also get this carbon fiber diffuser, which is for improving the airflow, and it's placed in a pretty awkward position because it's very immune to scrapes and rock chips. If they would put it somewhere else where it's worth having carbon fiber, it would have been a better idea. And of course, the traditional taillights that we all love, Nissan have kept the same, which is a very cool thing because car manufacturers nowadays are always looking for new stuff, and Nissan have stuck with their tradition, and they've really kept this going for us, and this is why we love this car. And the first thing you notice when you get inside this car, the racing Recaro seats. Obviously, this gives you a good idea of what this car is made to do. You know what's happening here, you know? You also get these paddle shifters that are massive, by the way, and they're fixed in one position, which is a very good feature to have, because if you drive cars and you know how paddle shifters are like when they're stuck to the steering wheel, you understand why this is a great feature. However, the turn-off in this car is windshield wipers, the controls of it, it's just straight out of a Nissan Sunny. So is the headlights controls, straight out of a Nissan Sunny. And the window switches are also out of a Nissan Sunny, but here's your door handle. It's a little bit different than the usual. You pull this up and the door opens. Now, moving on to the infotainment system, it's not all that great. I mean, it's not all that responsive. You have to just kind of hit it and it works. But here's the very cool thing that you have in this car. You press on your function button over here and you get all this information about your car, and you can change. And the layout has so many different things. You have your G-force, and you can also get your transmission oil temperature and the engine oil temperature, the coolant temperature, the boost, the fuel range, the how much kilometers you're doing. It's just you're provided with all this information, which is always a good thing in a performance car, and it's becoming a common thing in performance cars nowadays. And next thing is obviously all the carbon fiber you're getting. You're getting carbon fiber here and carbon fiber there. It gives you a bit of a sporty feel. Yes, it does. It makes you feel like you're in a performance car, but the racing seats and the paddle shifters and I mean, look at this, the display itself, it's just more than enough to let you know, but this is obviously a cool touch for the price you pay for this car. And a very interesting thing about this car, it has Bose sound system, and it's shown to you over here and also in between the passenger seats in the back, which I hope nobody gets to ever sit there, because that is not a pleasant experience, I'm sure. Now we're moving on to the most important thing in the car. These three things over here, this controls everything. You have this for your transmission shifting points. So in other words, if you push this up, R is sport. If you just give it a push down, you're now in normal, and if you push it down, save is if you're driving on a slippery surface or rain or snow and that kind of thing. Now the shock absorbers, if you push this up to R, you get the maximum performance out of the suspensions, and if you push it down, it's just normal. And comfort is for rough roads or, you know, hard surfaces. So this kind of makes the car more smooth and it makes the ride a lot better for you. And next up here is your traction control. Now you have that in every car, but this one is slightly more interesting. You have off, which is completely off, and you have, when you push it one push up, now it's normal, it's on. And when you push it up to R, what it does is it improves the handling and power distribution within the car, so the car handles better and distributes better power throughout the car. Very cool technology, very cool technology. I know it's a bit confusing to understand. It is just like every other normal car, but they're just trying to do it in a different way, I guess. They're trying to make things a little bit more complicated to stand out, and yeah, they do. Now the gear shifter, this one is very interesting because I'm pretty sure it's different than most of the stuff you've seen out there, but we've got the strong message from Nissan that we want this car to stand out from everything else. So you get your park, you get your reverse, you get your neutral, but when you come down here, you have A and M. A is for automatic, and M is for paddle shifters only, so you can only shift with the paddle shifters, and that is quite cool. There, guys, so now we're gonna finally drive the car. We're gonna launch it, and basically what we have to do is foot on the brake, foot on the gas, the car is normal, and we let go. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just not gonna say anything. You guys heard and saw. So let's do that again in the sport shifting. You guys, so now we're in sport. Okay, let's just. Oh my god, okay. Guys, now we're gonna drive the car manual, so. Okay guys, so the car is overly aggressive. The car is madly aggressive, and the downshifting is just insane, and the handling, the car is holding on to itself. The car is, by the way, the car has a lot of power, but now we're in fourth and we put it in third, and the car is just throwing you. And you feel confident in the car, you feel like you want to push, you know? Now one thing that I've noticed about this car, guys, is the initial launch is not that powerful, but once the car picks up the boost, you're flying. Flying. So now that we've picked up, we are just going at it, and we are flying. What? Massive boost. Guys, here's the initial launch. You floor it. Look, it takes a few seconds. It's building up, and now it kicks in. So it takes around full 3 seconds in order for the boost to start kicking in, which I think if you're racing from a stop point, launching the car, I don't think it's gonna be a big problem for you. But if you're just on the road and there's someone next to you and you try to floor it, he's definitely gonna have a 3-second advantage. Okay, guys, good handling into the corner here. The car is holding on to itself. This is hands down the greatest car a man can drive. Alright, my JDM boys, we are done. I don't want to have to give this car back, but it is what it is. And I'm upset I have to go back now, but whatever. Anyways, look, if you guys liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us, and I can't believe we've gotten where we are today. even though we're not that big, and we don't care, but with your support we're getting somewhere and we're happy with what we are. So thank you if you've subscribed, and if you haven't, please do. But for now, let's take a quick listen to the exhaust of this machine and then take a quick look around the car, and we're out of here. See you guys.